Hello, hello, welcome to JoJo Crosses. This is JoJo. I'm back on Stitched, and today we are doing our forest acre. So, I'm kind of standing in the area here right now, and Flick is visiting. He just happens to be in this area. He keeps walking in front of me, actually. But I went and got a bunch of trees so that we could use it in this area. But what I need to do is find out how many levels we're gonna have and stuff like that. So let me get my die out and some other things. I'll be right back. All right, I've got my dice. So let's place that, and then I want to roll it and see if we're gonna put any levels on this acre. 3. Okay. Let's see what 3 is on Miss Carolee's little cheat sheet. 2 cliffs. Okay, so we got to have 3 levels somewhere on this island. All right. I mean, on this acre, not island. Okay, let me pick that back up. You are going to hear my cat a million times right now. He is banned from my room because he was being, well, not very good in my room. And so he's very unhappy about this. Usually he's my friend, but today, my enemy. So anyways. All right, well, we have some tree moving and some terraforming to do. I'm not quite sure where I want to put my cliffs. I kind of don't want to put them towards the back because I don't really want to block like the swampland too much since it's flat, you can't really see too much of that. So I have a feeling I'll be terraforming more at the front and kind of leaving a walkway in between and putting, I don't know, a couple of places around. So I have to dig up all these trees, and I'm using eggs. I don't know if you guys realized, sometimes people use food or turnips are the best, but I don't have any food. I could go get some, but I'm being lazy. I also could go get turnips, but I'm just gonna eat a bunch of these eggs. And look, you can hold up to 30 in your pocket at once, so it is actually a better form of I don't know, individual eating than doing the fruit. So you can only hold 10 of those. So anyways, I'm gonna get full here and get some of these trees up. Okay, well, all my trees are up. I do have to have a river in this little thing too. Let me see if I can put up my map. Okay, so this is my map. And as you can see in the top left, the orange one underneath the top, number 1 is number 6. That's where we're working. I am required to have a bridge and a river. So I kind of want a river to kind of snake through diagonally, and then I want some of the terraforming maybe to be on one side and no terraforming on the other side, and kind of see if I can work with that. So the first thing I'm probably going to do is get the waterway in, and then I will move on to getting the terraforming done with the land. So let me put on my handy dandy helmet, and we'll go ahead and get started on the river. This is the first time I've done an acre where I can join the two together with the water, or it actually kind of works. So I'm going to join the water from up here with the swamp area, and I'm going to bring it down diagonally. So I'm kind of jazzed about that. So what I like to do first off is just kind of preliminarily dig a few little holes in the direction that I want to go, and bearing in mind that I do need to have a river across this thing, which is probably going to be a diagonal river, and then we'll probably end it over here with a little pond or something like that. So this will be where it kind of pours into. And then what is nice about that is that I can have the terraforming all on cliffs on this side, and then the bridge to go across from it over to the flat area over here, and I think that'll look nice. So It has to be a certain distance apart. No, that's not what I wanted to do. You have to have them like diagonal. And then you break the little triangles. And I think they have to be 4 wide. I'm not exactly sure. Both length and width. So we'll see how that works out. I've got to kind of figure out, which way works first. But let's get this river in here. Stand here. There we go. All right, and then we'll do that. It's gonna be. We'll see how it looks once we're done, but I'm gonna kind of like do it sort of straight first, and then I will make little edges on it, at some point. So this is where my bridge is gonna be. So I'll go ahead and straighten this out here. So let me make this. Oh no! Of course, it always. I'm not the best. I'm gonna leave the water stuff and the terraforming in on this one, just in case there's someone that does like to watch it. So if you don't like to, just fast forward the video. I understand some people don't want to sit through this. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you would like to see more of my videos, I would love if you would. And then also give it a like. That really helps the video. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Whoops. So far, I've already gotten over 800, and I'm so surprised. Like, I can't even tell you how grateful I am for all of you that have subscribed and are supporting my channel, my little baby channel. I really, like I said, I'm just so happy, and it's such a wonderful community. You guys are just amazing. I love everybody so much. I've made some friends on here that I really enjoy, and I love hearing from you guys and just hearing how your lives are going, how your islands are going. I'm going to try to possibly start streaming a little bit, but I want to wait until I get to 1,000 viewers or subscribers. I feel like that's going to be like my little celebratory filming, I guess. So anyways, I've never streamed before. I have no idea what I'm doing. If there's anyone out there who's got a lot of time on their hands and wants to help me out, let me know, because I could use some information. I'm watching videos on YouTube to learn and things like that, but it's really, there's some things that they don't always go over or don't maybe apply to me just because I'm not doing all the things that they might be doing, and so it just makes it a little harder. So it's nice if someone can actually kind of hold my hand a little bit through the process. So, and I'm not super technical. My husband is technical, but I am not. But he's also not a YouTuber, and so the technical that he is more just computer based and stuff. He really helps me with a lot of things, but this in particular is not something he's familiar with either. So it's just me trying to navigate on my own. And yeah, so anyway, decided to throw that out there. Okay, I think I'm ready for my diagonal bridge. I want to get that in first before I do any more terraforming. I don't even know if that's going to be big enough, wide enough, or whatever. But I'm going to go give it a try. So let me run over there. I'll be right back. Okay, I got my bridge. I'm going to see if it will fit here. I'm not exactly sure, but let's give it a try. Yay! Okay. I'm happy about this. Let me just imagine it to make sure that it's not like crazy weird looking or something. Oh no, I like that. Okay. That's cute. And you're going to be able to see the other lands behind it. I love it. Okay, let me pay this guy. All right, we got Lloyd paid off. Let me get back to the river. We're going to finish digging up this thing and get it kind of curved the way we want it here. it's so far doing some nice things. You know, sometimes it doesn't quite do what you want it to do, and it takes a little trial and error for sure. But so far I'm liking it. So let's see, we're gonna go maybe there. It's not a really long river. It's just kind of a baby one, but it's okay. I'm gonna see if I can maybe join it to like whatever ends up in this corner, which I wonder what that will be. Let me just see where I am. Okay, that is gonna be my farm core. I guess we'll have to see if that's something that will work out, you know? I don't always do rivers and stuff in the farmlands, but you know, maybe on this one. Let me put a little bit, this is the line, so I can go all the way down to the line, which I kind of want to do. Good, and then I can bring it up right here. Okay. And then I kind of love having like little islands in the middle of these rivers, you know. So I'm gonna leave this little island for now and just kind of see how this, you know, works out. But I may end up taking it out. It just depends on how everything fits in here and stuff. And then I want to round this edge off because the harsh lines kind of look odd. So having a little bit more rounded makes it look a little more natural. Okay, here too. Hopefully this will let me do this. I don't know. Oh yeah, good. Alright, and then we're going to go over here. And this one. And then we can maybe round these guys off here a little bit. I kind of want this to be more curved out. So I'm going to do that. And then this one. Actually, I might leave that because I can do like a little, jut out here, just a little. Actually, now I don't like that because it's not. There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There's a lot of this. You're gonna hear a nope. Fighting with it. Okay, let me see how it looks on the map. If I like it. I mean, not that it matters how it looks on the map too much, but. Alright, okay, I can handle that. It looks okay. It's a very fat river, isn't it? Okay, well that's okay. Alright, next thing that I need to do is I need to take out the majority of these trees over here too, because that's where the terraforming is going to be. And where am I going to start it? I think I might start it like down here. That way you can still see this up here. So let me get my this out. Actually, you know what? I first have to do the trees. So let me get a couple more eggs in me. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm just digging up the trees where the majority of the hills are going to be. And it needs to be 3 stories according to my little dice roll. So I'm going to take most of these out. I need 1 more egg. See, I've already gone through like 20 eggs. So that's pretty good. It lasts you a long time. You know, you can do a lot of work with that. Okay, so, and I think what I'm going to do too is up here where it joins, I'm gonna have a waterfall like coming off the side to go into this river. So I think that would look nice. But let me get my terraforming going. So I kind of want to leave that tree there. Actually, let me turn this into grass up here. Whoops, not dirt, grass. Okay. I'm gonna take this line out just because this part is gonna stay flat right here, and I'm not gonna start my cliffs until down a little lower. So yeah, probably maybe around here. I think That way that tree can stay too. All right, we'll see. We'll see how it looks. I don't know. I've got to make this bottom portion a little wider because this is where the, you know, where the other one has to be on top of this. So it needs a good wide bottom to it for sure. So, okay. And you can't get too close to this tree because they only allow so close. Alright, and then this is where we'll probably have it connect up to the river, like right over here. So we'll go over here and do this, and then this, and then that way the waterfall can come off of this little edge. And I like to do like the outline first. Just so that it, you know, you kind of see where it's going to be. I don't really want to have it too close to the bridge because I want to need to be able to see the little way to get to the bridge and stuff. And so this is basically going to be cut off like right here. I think that'll be good. And then I'm definitely going to have an incline. So that is something I have to think about if you want to get up there. Or I can just have this be decorative, I guess. I definitely could do that. Put the cliff all the way on the line. Since this is where we're living here. Okay. Alright, and then we'll just kind of go probably all the way back and then kind of round it out like this is naturally rounded over here. Follow the island. The island will guide me. Yeah. So it kind of tells you like where you're allowed to go, you know? But I think it's helpful to have some rounded edges, some different edges, because mountains are never like square, right? They're very turned, curved, rounded, you know, that kind of thing. So you don't want to have it too straight up and down on your edges. Okay, this is getting a little crazy in here because my girl's off. All right, we're getting there on the terraforming here. Let me get this all filled in. But yeah, I'm gonna go out all the way as far out as I can go over here. And then that way we kind of meet up with our beach here. Because there's really no need to have it totally accessible from this. Because you can go around. Oh man, come on girl. Always something, always something. Okay. So we're just going to fill in the hole now. I'm going to leave this little access point at the top up here on purpose, like right here, just so I can get in and out, but I will fill that in at the very end and then start with the next level, you know, on top of this. And the next level will probably just, it'll be a little bit smaller than this because I want to be able to put some trees around the edges of this and then kind of just, I don't know, accentuate some of the foresty parts up top, you know, make it look very hilly and mountainous. So I'm definitely going to have a little bit of variation on the third story. But that's okay. Yeah, so we've got this little crack we're just going to leave over here so that I can get in and out. And usually you can go over most of the holes, but sometimes they get in your way, so you gotta fill them up. But yeah. And I don't know how much water I'm gonna put up top. I could join the water in different ways down here. So we'll kind of have to see how it comes together. I don't have a full-on plan. I never really do. I just kind of go with what feels right, you know? So you got to look at it a few times, kind of see what you think. Like already I can tell the bottom portion is too wide and I don't like it, so I'm gonna probably adjust that a little bit, but we'll see once I get some clips on top how I like it. I hope you guys are not too bored with this. Oh, this island has been really fun. If you guys haven't tried one before, I think the joy of it is that you're only doing a small acre, so you don't really have to do the whole thing all over the island. So it's actually really nice because you don't have to think about, okay, like what am I gonna do here for that theme and here for that theme, you know? It doesn't get old, so you don't get bored of it. I found like with the fairy core, everything just started to look the same through the whole island. Like, yeah, it was pretty, it looked really gorgeous, but by the end, I was so sick of seeing, you know, moons, stars, pink, blue, purple, you know, I just kind of got done with it. This one, I'm like excited every time because I'm like, oh, that one's going to be a different one, and I can try out different things I haven't done before, different ideas, and see, you know, how I can make it look. So yeah, I think you guys would like it if you haven't tried it. This particular one is not the way Carolee does it. Carolee invented the 20 acre method, and she's got tons of videos on her channel. Her channel's called It's Me Carolee. I post a link down below, I think on almost every one of these videos. If you don't find it in this one for some reason, I might have forgot, go to the one behind it or the one in front of it if this has been posted for a while, and you'll find her. But there's links to her. She does the method and discovered the, you know, invented kind of the method to this. But I was also watching a gal named Floors. She's a English gal that she wasn't really following Carolee's method per se, but she decided to do like a different version of this where the island was a different theme in every acre, and I thought that was so genius. And then Carolee, I really liked the randomness of whether or not you're going to do like one story, two story, that kind of thing. And then sometimes just adding a challenge, like this one has to have a river, this one has to have no water, this one has to have flowers, no flowers, that sort of thing. However, I will say I'm loosely following those rules on my island. There have been a few that, you know, you might have seen the rule up there and then I changed it because A, I want to enjoy this island and do it the way I want to, and B, because I just find sometimes those challenges burn me out. So if I can do it the way I want to do it, then I'll keep at it. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's why if you do see it and I'm not doing it exactly, it's just because it's my choice to do it that way in my island, you know, and I just decided to do it. So anyway, okay, we've got this complete. So the next thing I'd like to do, I think, is we'll climb on up to the next level, which, you know what would be great? If I had a ladder. So let me grab that. All right, and I just want to take a look at my map and kind of see how it's looking so far. And I do like that, how it is. So looks pretty good. It's just a big blob right now, but it'll look different once I put the third layer up. It'll look a lot more like the ones up at the top corner there. So yeah, let me get my third layer going, and also I think I want to put my water in so I kind of know what I'm working with that and what I might need to do. So let me just get that in here. It might make it a little more noisy, I guess, but it's okay. So I'm gonna have to put a little inlet or an outlet over there. See how it's just kind of flowing to nowhere right now. So I'll just have to put a little edging there or something like that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this second level terraformed, and then we'll go from here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, you that's too far back. You can't go to certain areas. It has to have a certain amount of base below it, or else it won't let you terraform there. So you have to have an edge for sure. That's about all I can do here. I'm gonna go here. We're just gonna kind of follow though along the lines of what's below it and go as far to the edges as we can. But in the front area, I'm gonna leave a little open space in order to add trees. This back part doesn't really need that. How far back? Yeah, so you can't go past this. This is about as far as you can go. Can I go here? I can, yeah. So you can go to the edge of the water. And so that's where my next edge of water will be, is right there. And that'll come over the top lip of that, so. Alright. And then out here is where I'm thinking I'll leave it kind of open, you know, so I can put trees. Because they can only be so far out from the cliff. So we'll go ahead and step it back a little bit here. Because I want it to look a little uneven, not too square. Like I said, a little more curvy. Let's get this filled in here. Alright, let me see. So I could put a tree here. I'll be able to put another tree here, tree here, tree here. Okay, so I think we're good as far as filling in this part. So let me just fill in this hole, and this is going to be the way the top looks. And then I'll go around and around all the edges. We'll add a little baby pond at the top up here, I think, along with some trees and stuff. And then head down to the bottom. So we'll just kind of work our way down from the top to the bottom. And I need to get flowers and all those other things. So, but this is going to be a very natural part of the island, I think. I grabbed a few things that I could put in here, but most of them are like natural based items in the game, like the pine tree or I don't know, I can't think of what else I got, but things that are more natural looking. So that's what you'll see coming here on the Forestcore. So which is what I imagine, like a lot of Forestcore is more naturally, you know. Okay, do I like that? I think I want one more little adjoining piece here just to kind of make the edge look a little rounder. And maybe the same here. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, yeah, that's going to be too straight, so. Oops, I don't want this. This is going to have to be wider. So let me see if I can go wider on one way or the other. Yeah, I'm going to have to get down and fix that one. It has to be 3 wide in order to have one flow of waterfall going down to it. So this is a 2, and see the top, if I hit that, it's going to cut that whole edge off. So, so I have to terraform enough to get it to where it can be 3 wide. So let me put another edge in here. And then let's see if that was enough to let me expand out one more notch. Alright, let's see. Hello. Alright, let's do one more. Yeah. So now you can hit that. And then when you go up to the top, I'll be able to put a little edge of water right there. And then we'll just be one coming down. So get up that direction, and this is what I mean right here. So if you want a waterfall to adjoin to another one, you have to at least have a section here and a section here on either side, and then that joins those two together and kind of makes them work. So Now at the top, I'm just going to put a small little pond up here, not because, I don't like the way it looks, but because I always like it to look like it's coming from something, Oops. I don't know if this will let me do another notch there. Probably not. Okay, let's do this. And that. Oops, oh gosh. This is just what happens. Don't come for me, I'm not getting that balloon, I don't need it. Oops. I don't really want water coming on that side. Okay. Although I'm sure it's lovely, you can't really see it over there anyway, so it's kind of useless. So I just don't generally do that. Okay, and then we'll do this side and round this off a little bit. And then this little pond up here will just be, surrounded by trees. And you're not really going to see this. This is just for my own good, Like, to know that it's done up there. Okay, and then let's see, what else do I want to do with this? I kind of want more water coming down, so I think it's really pretty. Let me see what would happen if I put a little water on this side. Sorry about my pups. Okay, so we've got that water. Let me see what I can do with this as far as joining it down below without going out of our acre. I might need to knock out a little bit of this hill and stuff and make kind of a little area over here. And eventually this might join up to this acre here, which acre is this one? Let's see. The Rainbow Acre. So sure, I mean we'll see about the water. What other requirements are on it though? Let's see. Player home, in-game path. Okay, so nothing saying I can't have water over there. So I could adjoin it and see if it joins further in the future, you know what I mean? But for right now, we're gonna make it legit and keep it within my acre that I'm supposed to be working with. So I'm just gonna bust out this area here. Yeah. And then what we'll do is I'm just going to make like a tiny little area that goes, right in here. Right on the line. Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and utilize this part that's not in my acre as just where the pool is going to be, because this is like free land, and it's always space that you can use to expand out. For me, these are my rules on the island. But this is where I'm allowing my island to, kind of just spill into other areas a little bit if I need some extra assistance. Actually, I think I'm going to have the river go left. So we'll go like this and make that just a little water hole. And then it'll look good once I get the river connected, but you'll see. Which takes away, I'll put more of this cliff back, I think. Takes away my ability to put a tree there, but I might be able to fix that. So let's just do this, and then we're going to go like that, and like that. And that joins that over, and then I just need to help this river make its way this direction. Perfect. There we go. That looks nice. And then when you're kind of coming over here, you'll see the water flowing in a couple different directions, which is nice. And this actually goes to a place, and it's legit. So yeah, and then now I'm going to have this, I don't think I'll be able to put any trees in here, but I am going to expand it out the way I had it before, just a little bit more so that it's on the line. And then that way it just adds a little more curvature. And it's 2 by 2, not 3 by 3, so I can't put a tree in there. But I will be able to put a tree maybe out on this corner. So I'm going to expand the corner out to the edge. Okay, well, I like how this is going so far. I just need to fix this little waterfall area over here. So let me do that really quick. We're just gonna bust out a little bit, if it'll let me. Oh yeah, okay. Hopefully I can round this off once the bridge is in. I don't know if it's gonna let me, honestly. Let me round it that way. There we go. Yeah, because I don't think the bridge will let me do it. But once the bridge is in, it'll be better. Matter of fact, I'm going to go one day ahead and let this bridge get in, and I will be right back. All right, well, I went fast forwarded one day, and here we are on the with the bridge in. I just love the Zen bridge. It's my favorite. So I put it diagonally, which I really like. I also like that you can see all that stuff back here, so I think it's really cool looking. Definitely making its way to be really just a little adorable area here. But I'm going to put in my pathing here really quick so that I know I can get that in. So let me put on my handy dandy hat. I'm going to need it in a minute, maybe anyways. We'll see if I need to do any kind of touch-ups or whatever. But so far it's looking good. I don't think I have to do too much change. Yeah, so let me see. I want to go ahead and do the foresty looking design here. So I'm going to do this one. And I think I'll just kind of have it to where it comes off the side here and comes around. And we'll add a lot of little stones and things like that to make it kind of work in here. So let's do this. And I don't want it to be too wide. I want it to be kind of just coming through so I can put a little bit more greenery and things in here. So we're going to probably narrow it down to this smaller path for a little bit right here. Just to kind of, you know, give us a little space. And then let me fix my line because it's going to be in my way here. And now that we know where the edge is, our clip is a really good marker. We can take this off of here. And that way, you know, I kind of know where my acre ends here. Whoops. Yeah. But yeah, then I can make this path come on down. I'm not sure if I want to go this, maybe I want to go this way though. I'm not sure, like to the diagonal. I think I do. So let me have it kind of curve off here to the right. Nope, not there. Not there, silly lady. Okay. And then, what do I have? One more notch. So let me just end it here. I can always pick it up a little more once, you know, once we get going further with the game, with the next acre, I can always change it a little bit. So, yeah. Okay, and then, oh wait, that is not what I wanted to do there. Let's see, this should be a straight one. Because like I say, we just want to keep it kind of narrow. So we'll do this. There we go. And then that's my little narrow path there. And then we'll just put a couple of these in here. And that should work it out pretty good. So just a little path. And then I want to do another little path. I think I'm going to join it up to here. And also branch it this way. But I don't know where on this direction it's going to go yet. So I'm just going to end it, you know, wherever over here, just to make it blend in a little bit. So let me see. Oh my gosh, my cat, he is just, I don't know if you can hear him, but he's a constant today, boy. He is a constant. Yeah, I love that boy, but he was being naughty. So he's not allowed in this room. He's definitely lost his privileges. Mom's mean. I know, but it's okay. He's gonna live. He doesn't think he's going to, but he is. He's gonna live. Oh, Opie Daniel. That's his full name, Opie Daniel. Okay, and then we'll just kind of curve it up that way. And like I say, I can change it, but just for right now, for all intents and purposes, I just want to kind of get an idea of what this looks like and, you know, how it will fully... Okay, girl. Every time she kind of overshoots right now. Alright, and then we're going to go a little off to the other side. Let's do that. And let's see, let's make it straight for a second. And then we'll curve it a little bit again. And then we're going to go up to this part. There we go. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm leaving you out on purpose. He just thinks there's been some big mistake. No, no mistake. Do any of your animals hang out with you in your room when you're doing this? I see a lot of creators where they do. He was my little buddy, but like I say, naughty. So he's lost the privilege for a little bit here. And he's not happy about this one single bit. So, as you can plainly hear. Alright. So we're just going to put in some of the filler, and then we're done with our pathing, at least for now. And I like to put a couple of the different ones in, just to make the path look a little different. So, what do I want to do? Maybe put a little rock in here. Oh, shoot. Again, she overshot. I swear to you, half the time I spend is fixing those sorts of things. Oh well, it's okay. Alright, let's put a little more rock in over here. I think that looks nice. Like that. There we go. Yeah. Alright, I like that. That's good. Kind of blends from the swampy area over, so not too shabby. Now we definitely need to get the trees in because they are really what's going to make this what it is. You know what I mean? I do have some tree-like structures over here. Let me grab them all. Okay, so I thought it would be cool to have like one of those big pine trees in here. So I'm going to put one of those right here. Beauty. Okay, and then I think I need one more tree in here. So let me put one right... Nope. I want it right here. There we go. And I'm going to put just a hardwood in here, I think, to accentuate those other two back there. Perfect. I don't want too much over on this side because I feel like this is like the forest starting, you know what I mean? But I do want a couple. So let me put, whoops, one more. No, it won't go there. Oh. Maybe I'll put one here. Let me put a bamboo one in here. Because that'll kind of look like it's coming over from this area a little bit. Maybe I'll put another one. Oh my gosh, girl. This is the constant. Okay, let's put another bamboo in there. Beauty. Okay, I like that. Alright, and then on this side, we're definitely going to need a tree in like right here. So let's do a pine or a cedar. And then I want to do, I don't want to block the bridge too much, but a little, because, you know, it's just kind of coming in here. That's too close to the water. Let's do one right there. And we're gonna do, let's see, let's do a hardwood in here. Okay, perfect. Still not blocking the bridge. In the center of this, we're gonna go ahead and put a cedar. Perfect. And then let me get off of there. Let me come over on this side. I'm gonna also put another cedar in right here. Right there. Yeah. Okay. I'm liking that. So this is the line right here. So I can plant on the line because it's part of my acre. So let's see, actually, know what? No, this is part of this acre. The other side line is this acre. So yeah, I've got to avoid that. So never mind, we're not gonna put anything too close to that. And I don't think I can plant it right here, too close to the water. So let's go up on our hill here and let's get some of these trees planted up this direction. I definitely want a tree here. That's why I left this space. So let me see what will fit in here. That might be too close to the water, but let me try. Oh, no, it fits. Yay. Okay, perfect. And then I want to put another tree in here. Hang on, let me see how far we can push this. So I want to do one here. We'll do a cedar tree in the back. We'll do a hardwood, like, nope, it has to be out one. Nope. Struggle. There we go. This one will be a hardwood. And then can I do another one here? Oh, I don't think I can. I think it's too close to the water. Yeah. I mean, I could bump this hill out just a little bit and put one there. Let me try it. Okay, I had to go yell at my cat because he's being crazy town. Let me see what I'm gonna let my cat go and do that. Okay, I guess it's too much. Let me see if this will go out. Alright, let's see if I can put a tree in right here. Oh my gosh, this cat of mine, I'm telling you, he is pushing his luck. Okay, and we'll put a cedar in here, or maybe I can put, no, I want a cedar. I was gonna say maybe a bamboo. Oh, it won't fit. Oh no, that's just destroying my heart. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm not gonna be able to do it, I don't think. Oh well, okay. You know what we can do instead is we're gonna put a pine tree right there, if it will fit. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Okay, don't fight with me now, little dude. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me try from this direction. No. Oh, this is making me so entirely sad. What about over here? I have to try like 2,000 directions. I think it will fit somehow. I just have to get it in the right position here. There we go. But it's oblong direction, which looks a little weird. It does. It looks a little strange to me. I'm not sure I like that. Alright, we're going to have to come up with something else because I don't like that. So we're going to keep it the way it is for right now in this little area. Okay, up top, I'm going to put that pine tree back here because I like it. I like it when it fits, especially. It's a very big piece of furniture. So when you're trying to get it to fit somewhere, yeah, it won't go back anymore. Let me see if I can get on the other side and pull it one this way. That would be helpful. I don't know. Yeah, I can't. Okay, well, we're sticking with where it's at then. And then right in here I can put in a tree. Maybe two. We'll see. See how far I can get. I want to put another cedar. Actually, I might want to put a hardwood right here. Yeah, okay. And then since I can't put the tree down here, I think I'm going to bump this back out the way it was, and I'll put the tree up top, because that will make me happy. So you have to have trees. Is that going to be good enough? I'm not sure about that. Let me see. Hang on, let me do this again. Let me see if I can do one more out. So it goes out here, and then let's see if that's enough to get my tree up here. Oh my gosh, this cat. I'm going to murder little boy. I'm going to murder. No, don't, I'm not. YouTube, I'm not. I'm good. Okay. Alright. So that's pretty good. I think here I'd like to expand this out just a little bit also. So I can put one more tree, because this is supposed to be, you know, foresty. So let me see if I can just make this a little skinnier. Like that. And then do that. That didn't help anything. That did not help one single bit. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, that's not going to help me. I don't think I'm going to be able to put a tree. So we're just going to leave it the way it was. Okay. So then I'll have to put some bushes in and stuff to fill this in and just make it look a little more full, you know? Because we definitely need some fullness up here. It's supposed to be very tree filled, so that's kind of forest, right? All right, so we've got all those trees in. Can I make any more fit? I don't think so. I think we're good where we're at. Let me check on this side. I could do one more, like maybe right up here, and it won't block my little table. So let me do that. I could use my other bamboo one. That way it blends. Yeah, and then, I don't know, can I get any more in here? That's too close to that. No, I think we're good. All right. Got enough. I think we've got enough trees. Let's plant a tree like right here, just to accentuate the foresty portion of this. I don't know what I'm gonna need over here for my Rainbow Island area, my Rainbow Acre. But we'll plant these trees over here in excess, and that way, you know, they're out of my pockets. And then, you know, who knows if I'll leave them here or not, but we'll give it a try. Let's put the cedar here and one more hardwood in here. Let's go in between the two right there. Yeah. Okay. And then I have this other hardwood tree. I'm gonna plant it right here, but it doesn't mean it's gonna stay. I do need to get them out of my pocket. And you know, I will need trees in this acre, so regardless of whether it stays there or not, I'm just gonna plant them here for now, so that they're out of my pockets. So let's get this last one out. Perfecto. Okay. And then let me get back over here. So I brought a few things with me that I thought would look kind of cute on here. I'm going to put a little garden rock on this little jut out area. I just had it. Let's place him there. Perfect. And of course I'll put some bushes and things like that in there. I've got a couple more flat rock, garden rocks, pine trees, things like that. So let me see what I can fit in here. I was thinking in this little tiny area here, I was just gonna put a little baby picnic area. Do I have any designs yet for that? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't. So I'm gonna need to go find a design for that. Let's put a pine tree though in right here, if I can get that to work. There we go. Because like I say, I want this to look lush and full and pretty, you know. Get that closer in. There we go. That's a little too close. Let me go one more back. There we go. Perfect. And then I have this little well, and I thought the well would look cute back over in this little area here, like just on the edge, maybe, or maybe in the middle of these two trees. Simple well. There we go. And then let's go back over this direction, and then I have a flat garden rock. I think we could put him right here. That's cool. And then I have another garden rock. I think I'm going to put him actually right down over here. Yep. Let me turn him though. Yeah. I just want it to look different than that one. You know, like it's a different rock. Let me turn it the other way. Does it look different? Yeah. That's good. Okay. And then I think I could put another flat rock, like maybe right in here, I'd say. Let's put that. Oh, it won't fit because of the pine tree. Never mind. Let's put it up on this hill here. Let me put it like right here if it will go. No, let me back up one. I think it needs 2 spots, right? There we go. Okay. Alright, maybe I can get down. There we go. I wonder if the pine tree would fit here. Is this big enough for the pine tree? Come on, girl. Come on, girl. There we go. Let's do right here. Let's see. Probably not, but let's try it. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Alright, that's happy times right there. I like it. So this house is really bothering me. It's gonna have to move anyways because this is gonna be where my house is somewhere, but I'm gonna probably put my house like down in the front here or something so that it's not blocking everything, but let's see what our view is. That looks very foresty. I like it. I like it. Alright. Okay, let me get the rest of this up here. I've got a few things that I was just gonna pluck in here that look more, you know, go with our little motif here. Let me see what kind of room I have. Oh, plenty of room. Okay, I was full earlier, but it helps to have some of this out of your pockets. Alright. Got all my supplies over here, including my refrigerator, so I can get changed. It's the only thing I had in my pockets that you can change with. I thought it was kind of funny, so I left it in there. Okay, let me go grab some bushes and flowers. I'll be right back. Okay, I just want to show you too. I found this little code for a blanket, and there's 2 pieces to it that I'm getting so that I can make it just up and down, you know, small or as big as I want. So anyways, I've got that saved in, so I just want to show you the code for that. All right, I moved my little well over here because I thought I should make like a little walkway that goes up to here. And so I'm just going to put down some of my stone so that it kind of, you know, adjoins this little area a little bit and doesn't look so, I don't know, just weird up here. So I'm just going to put a few of these stones down, just kind of coming out of there, so it shows that there's a way to get, you know, across or out of there. So we'll kind of have them head on down this direction and then maybe go around this tree and over to this little jump spot here. So let me just turn around so we go the right direction. So this one will be, which ones do I, yeah, this one. And then, whoops, I don't want to wear it. Oh, maybe that one should go down here though. Yeah, let's put that one there. Perfect. And then let's do one more right in the middle here. Let's do just a normal looking, let's see, one that kind of spreads that way. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there's kind of a little walkway, you know, and that's cute. And then I have just a little swing bench I'm going to try to put in here. Where is it? I just saw it a sec. There it is. Just a little place to sit over here. You'll see it from above, you know, or as you're walking around. And then on, oh, I want to put in a little bush here. Now this bush is a blue bush, but it will not be in season, I don't think, but when I finally make this island like the DA, you know, so it's okay if it's a little bit colorful right now. It'll go away eventually. And then I'm going to put a little flower out here just so you can kind of see it. I want to put a yellow hyacinth out here. Perfect. I'm not overdoing it. I'm trying to make it, you know what though, I kind of want in front of this, even though you can't really see it, I kind of want to put like a little bit of that, this stuff, just to make it look worn, like someone's been sitting here, you know? And then we'll do this one on the other side. Yeah, just so it looks like people walk up to that, you know? All right, and then over here, I'm gonna put a flower on this one. I think I'll just put this cute little yellow number. And then let's put a little bush out here. I'll put one of the yellow tea olives. And then let's put some flowers in here. Let's put a white, no, let's put a white hyacinth. Perfect. And I don't want to overdo the flowers out here because I tend to do that and then it looks a little outrageously done. So, and I feel like the forest, because it's covered, it doesn't always have as much underneath the trees, you know, it just has a few things. So I think that's good in this corner. I think that's good. And then over here, I was thinking I'll put another bush here. Let me see if one will go there. Oh, that's my last one. Whoops. Let me see. I'm not standing far out enough in. There we go. And then we'll put a flower here. I think I'd like to put a white hyacinth. I haven't used that yet. Then this is where I want to put in my little blanket, and it's just going to be a 4-piecer, so pretty easy peasy. I'm not going to put a ton on it, and I just got these little blanket pieces, and I thought they would look cute just to throw 2 pieces up here, and then 2 pieces down below. And so it has a top and a bottom half with the tassels, so you don't have to use up 3 spaces, which I thought was cute. All right, and then I got a couple things to stick on here. Not a ton of things, like I didn't really put anything to sit on or anything, but I thought they could be having a cute little, I don't know, celebratory, having a little cake for the birthday kind of thing. Let me find the other things that are supposed to go on this. A picnic basket. Yes, and we're going to push that over there. And then I had like a little green vine lamp. And I thought that would be cute here. Or Well, the nearly busted radio would be cute. Let me put the nearly busted radio here. There we go. Yeah, I think that's cute. If I come across a cushion, I should put that there, but I don't have one right this second, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I feel like people kind of just sit, like, on it, you know what I mean? I'm going to throw a little, what do I want to do? Do I want to put a garden gnome in here? No, he's weird. I'm going to put the blank bunnies in here instead. So I have a couple of these bunny garden decorations. Oh, he's black. He's just a little dark for this area, but there we go. More natural look, I like. A little bit better. So we'll put a little bunny in there. I was also going to put another bunny right here, but let me get out of the way. First of all, let me put a flower right here where I'm standing. Perfect. And then I'm going to see if this bunny will go in. I'm not sure. A lot of times it argues with me. Let's see. No, of course not. Of course you're going to be mean to me and make me have to go construct a little thing. Okay. Let me put on my handy dandy water escaping permit here. Because you know he'll fit. It's just a matter of whether the game will let you fit it or not. Oh, he's the same color. Maybe I want to put the darker one in here. Oh, he's cute. I didn't know I had that one. Oops. I'm going to go up a little further and knock that out. There we go. And then just knock that out. Perfect. I think that's the way it was before. And then, can I jump across? Let's see. Yes. I want to put one more flower on this side. I'm going to put the white one just to go on the other side. So that's good. Now on the top cliff, I think I need a little bit more decor up here. So let me get up here. Actually, I need to go grab a few more flowers and stuff like that. And on this side, I thought I would put a little bench facing in towards the water area. I don't think anyone will be able to get in it. But I'm gonna put it here anyways. So let me put a little bench right here. I'll move it because it's encroaching. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to sit on it. It's the only bummer of it all. Maybe if I put it up here, will that look weird? If I put it under this tree facing in? Let me see. Not necessarily. Can you get to it though? Yeah, no villagers being able to get to that. I'm gonna pull it out. It's sitting like on the line, but that's just so that the villagers can get in there. And then I could put another one. I think I was gonna put one over here somewhere. Let me see. Put one under this tree. That would be cute. Do they look weird having two together though? Kind of, huh? I'm gonna leave it for now, but I do think it definitely might need to be changed. Let me put down some dirt here just to make it look a little more adjoined. And we'll put that. There we go. I kind of like that just to show, you know. I'm thinking maybe I'll put this rock over here instead. That way you can come in from the other side. And then, oh. Alright, that is not where we wanted it to go. Come on, little game. Let's go where I want it to go. There we go. Alright, move it in. And then we're going to turn it a little bit. Yeah. And then we're going to do this. And let's bump it out just one. There we go. Alright, and then in here I'm going to put a flower. And what do I have behind it? I think I have the white one, so let's do that. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I'm not sure I'm loving the two benches together, but they're not bad. I still think it looks kind of cute, so we're just going to keep it the way it is for right now. Let me put in this little yellow Cosmo here. And then, what else do I have? I have a few things. I grabbed the gnomes, but I'm not sure on those. Let me put in my green leaf piles, get those out of here, because I have a few of those to lay down just to make it look a little more, you know, have a little more of that foresty feel to it. Whoops. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Liar. There we go. That's cute. All right, and then on this side, I feel like this needs to go over one though. Let me see. Because I kind of want it on that area. There we go. That's better. Okay, I like that. And then let me see. The other things I have here, more bunnies and a green leaf piles. So I'm gonna go get some more flowers. I'll be right back. All right, I got some more flowers and stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some things up on this hill here. Let's get up here. I want to put a couple of bushes and things like that. I went ahead and grabbed some of the plantable ones. They're going to be the blue hydrangeas, and again, they are in season right now, but that's okay. Let's do that. And then I did get a little bit of fencing. I think I'm going to use a little bit of that in here. Let me see if this works. Okay, so I've got that log, or I've got this other country fencing. Let me see which one I like the best here. Ooh, I think I like that one the best, honestly. And then let me plant a flower in the middle. I feel like the yellow cosmos kind of look more wild, you know? So, I don't know. I like them better for this area because I feel like you would find wildflowers and stuff up here versus the other, you know, other options. So, okay, let me plant another bush here. And then I'm going to put one of the white cosmos up here too. And I should have brought some weeds. Oh, I did. I have a couple. I'll plant a weed in here because I think definitely need some weeds around this place. All right, and then same for here. I want to put another, let me put the bush back here. Actually, let me put some of the fencing back here. We're going to put a bush here, because I like the bush in front of the fence situation. And then we'll put a flower here. I'll put a white one. Very good. All right. And then let me put the last weed up in here. Perfect. Okay. And then back up in here, I want to put, I think I want to put a little bunny hiding. So let me just drop him down. Bunny garden, decoration. Oh, he doesn't hide. He is like very vibrantly here. I do kind of like how the black stands out though. I kind of like that. Alright, I'm going to plant another bush in here. And then we'll plant some flowers back here. I think I'll put one of the yellow ones. And I'm going to call that good up there. I just don't want it to be too crazy. I want it to look a little simple, you know what I mean? And then here, I wish I could stand here and put a little piece of fence here. I'll put it here, I guess. Let's get, whoops, not the log fencing. We're doing country fencing, There we go. That one there. We'll put one of our bushes here. And then we'll put a flower here. And back behind here, let's put the last little bunny, because he's He's cute and he can be a friend with that other one up there. Let me see about turning him though. They can look at each other. There we go. Alright, and then I'd like to put a little yellow flower on this side. And then we're going to head on back this direction and we'll put a couple more bushes off in the distance here. Let's see, plant one there, and then I'm going to plant a flower. Let's plant a white one. I think I could put a little bit more fencing in here just to add some interest. There we go. Put another bush here because you don't really need to get through here. This is just, you know, a little spot to, I don't know what I just got points for on that. Let's see. Okay, let's plant some of that. Do another flower back here. I'm going to do a yellow one. Very good. Like I say, you can't really see it all back here, but just the fact that I know it's there, and once it all kind of grows in, it should look a little more lush and full, you know. Let me get up here. This could probably use a bush back here. Oops. Hello. Oh, can I not get up because of that? Nintendo's being mean again. Alright, let me get back here. I don't think I can get up there. Let me get bunnies in the way. Yeah, Nintendo's being really mean right now. Okay, so let me see if I can get across and hop over. The only thing you can really do is try to maneuver around these different ways, and then, you know, kind of squeeze in where you can. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get over here. Let's see. I don't think I can now that I fenced myself out. Okay. We're going to call it good because I'm not going to fight with this continuously. I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done with that part of the fighting. Alright, so we've got this. I think I could definitely use some fencing in here and a little bush. So let me plant the bush here. Whoops. This is the last one. And then I can put a little piece of fence right here. Right there. Yeah. And then I'm going to put a little piece of fence here. And a little piece of fence here. There we go. Just to kind of, you know, show where the edge is and stuff like that. And then we'll probably put a little piece of fence there too. Just to kind of keep it in the universe. Alright, and then the only other things I have are the gnomes, which I kind of decided I don't love in here. I do have a few more flowers, so let me just plant a couple of those along in here. That'll kind of trim this out, and then we'll call it a day. I want to put a couple of these pine cones. I just want to drop a couple, so I think I'm going to, let's see, grab one. Let's drop item under there. Well, that's the wrong tree. I should have dropped it here. Let me do that. Drop item, because it is a cedar, you know, versus this one's not. So I should probably find some acorns and put them under those trees. Alright, and then I think I'll put another one down here if it'll grab one, and let's drop one here. Yeah, that's good. And I think we might be done. Let me see about getting out of here real quick, and then I'm going to fast forward a couple of days just so that this all grows in. I'll be right back. Alright, let's run on up there. I just moved some things around, traveled up a couple of days, got the house out of the way here, so that way we can take a look. Alright, so here's the beginning. You can look up and see all the forested area. Definitely turned out pretty cute. I like how you walk across. There's a couple of places to sit in here. take in all the waterfalls and everything. And then you can meander on into the swamp if you want to. So this is kind of the first 2 acres that I feel kind of could join together a little bit. I mean, the swamp is nothing like a forest, but I do feel like the transition is a little more natural than the other ones, which is maybe because they're all side by side and stuff like that. And also absolutely nothing like each other. But these 2, they blend pretty nicely. I think this turned out really cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I don't know, just enjoyed the little natural look that we put here. If you have any questions, suggestions, comments, please put them down below for me. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you haven't subscribed, come join us. Come join the fam. We're a bunch of little J crossers here, little JoJo crossing people. So I'd love to have you here and just hang out, become a community, which this community is absolutely amazing. And I love everyone here. They're just so wonderful. So I hope you guys find a community that you belong in as well. Our next acre is going to be down below, and it's going to be our rainbow acre, which also will include my home in it. So I have to think about what I'm going to do there, but that will be the next one on Monday. And otherwise, Friday will be Forever Friday, so my Forever Island is coming, and I'm also not sure what's going to happen on that one, but we'll see what shenanigans I get into with my little villagers. So we'll talk to you guys later. I really appreciate your time and you being here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye guys!